I'm Samantha. Welcome to Cooking Out of the Bag. I am so excited today. I went and got my bag and I have Brussels sprouts, carrots, red onions, and last week we had nice fresh garlic. We're going to be cooking Brussels sprout hash today, and I want to thank our sponsor, the Neighborhood Garden, for providing our produce and our organic bacon for this. I take quite a bit of bacon. I have a crazy bacon family. So, and I'll tell you a cheater way to do it. A lot of people cook the bacon and then they try to break it up. But I go ahead and I just put all my bacon piled up next to each other and cut it across. And I just throw all that in my pan. I have my heat on. It should start sizzling in a second. I'm going to let that get happy. It'll sizzle up. And then once it starts to crisp, I'm going to take it out. I'm going to put it on some paper towels, and then I'm going to start adding the other ingredients. When you get Brussels sprouts, they're really dirty, so you want to make sure that you wash them really well. And after you wash them, I would pour them out onto a paper towel and let them dry. Make sure they're dry real good, because when you cut them and then you put them into the pan with the bacon grease, if there's water on them, it's going to pop, and you want to try to avoid that popping. So I'm going to show you the right way and the wrong way to cut a Brussels sprout. So this would be the wrong way to cut it. If you cut it like this, woo, just got popped by that bacon grease. See how hot that is? It all just kind of falls apart. So the correct way to do it so it doesn't fall apart would be, there's the bottom. I'm going to come along this way. And this bottom piece is going to keep us all connected so that we have chunks in there instead of a bunch of little leaves in there. Get all this yummy bacon. I don't want to leave any little bacon bits to burn, so I'm trying to get all of them out best I can. There we go. We're going to put those to the side. Okay, so I dumped out some of my bacon grease. I have enough to coat the bottom of the pan, and I'm going to put my Brussels sprouts. You'll see me use these little containers quite a bit. I got them at a thrift store. They're really pretty. 75 cents for all three. But I love them because they're approximately 1 cup. So anything I dump is 1 cup. I'll use about a cup of Brussels sprouts, a cup of carrots, just a little overcut of cut up potatoes, and we're going to use some of that nice red onion. And I put my garlic to the side. We're going to put that in later. If you cook garlic and the grease gets too hot, it'll burn the garlic. So we want to put that in right at the end. And we just want everything to get nice and brown. So I have some beef consomme. It is much more concentrated than if you just use beef broth. You can also do chicken broth with this, but since I'm doing a meatloaf for dinner tonight, I want to go ahead and add some beef flavoring to it. So it's nice in the bottom of my pan, my potatoes and my carrots, everything's starting to get a nice brown, so my pan's glazed. So I'm going to pour this and it's going to get all that yummy glaze up. You can hear it just sizzle. And I would say that that was about 1/3 cup. And I am going to let this just cook down, and as it cooks down, it'll steam the vegetables. If you feel like your vegetables aren't tender enough, just add a little more consomme and let it cook down a little bit more. So the juices in here are getting nice and happy. My food looks really soft. My carrots look tender. So I'm going to add my garlic. I'm going to cheat and use my press today. Go ahead and get that in there, and I'm going to add back my bacon. And I don't know about you, but I think this looks really yummy. And this beef consomme is going to give it an amazing flavor. So I have a couple of thank yous I want to put out there. My mom said that my niece was watching the other day and really enjoyed my videos, so I want to say thank you, Sarah. And I look forward to seeing you at Christmas. I want to thank my niece Paige, who y'all aren't seeing right now, but you'll get to see her at the end. She's going to do a little taste test for us. And she doesn't like Brussels sprouts, so we'll find out if this works for her. So our main dish tonight is meatloaf. And I got my organic ground beef and eggs from the neighborhood garden. I added some breadcrumbs. I mushed it all together, put it in a dish, and it went in the oven at 350 for 45 minutes. So I'm going to get a little bit more in here for my husband, who's been working all day and is very hungry. This will easily feed 4 to 5 people. So I hope that you'll enjoy it. And there's our meatloaf, and we've got some nice whole grain bread and some organic butter. Don't forget we have eggs and organic butter also through the neighborhood garden. Hope to see you next week.
This fork is about to be the luckiest fork on earth.